Need some help adjusting to university life? Hi, my name is Ariane and I'm a psychologist here at Curtin. Stay tuned as we look at the culture shock of university and how to settle in and take care of yourself. So acculturation is a major part of adjusting to anything. It's a process of transition. You have most likely been through the process of acculturation before in some way. You may have moved out of home, started a new job, or in a new school. The transition between stages of life, for example adolescence to adulthood, would also be considered acculturation. During this process, there are 4 phases. First, there's the honeymoon phase. It's very exciting to be in this phase with the initial euphoria of change happening. Usually, the next is culture shock, when you may feel irritated, confused, hostile or tense. We think, why do I have to change? This is totally normal and expected, but it may come as a shock to us. After the shock, we may come to realisation, which is about finding perspective, noticing differences and being able to laugh at these differences in situations a little bit more. Finally, we have adaptation, where we achieve biculturalism. You will have experienced this in some way, even if you didn't think of it as such. For example, how you act with your parents is different to how you are with your friends or your teachers. We all have this ability to shapeshift to different situations, and we can become comfortable in a new culture. It's important to remember that these phases are not linear, and we can jump back along the way. It is all a normal part of transition. If you're new to Perth, the acculturation process will come with cultural differences, whether you're coming from overseas, interstate, or elsewhere in Western Australia. Some examples are how people greet each other over here, their concept of personal and emotional space, or what they wear. It could be adherence to time. Depending on your culture, you may turn up for a 2 p.m. lecture at 1:55 or be fine coming in at 2:10. These are only some examples, and being aware of the many cultural differences can feel overwhelming. There's no objective right or wrong way of doing things, so it's always a good idea to be unassuming and respectfully curious when adjusting to a new culture. On top of acculturation to Perth, there's also adjusting to university itself. The first challenge is time management, especially those of us coming from structured environments of high school. You can rock up at uni and not be too sure how to manage your time with more gaps in your schedule. Another challenge that could lead to culture shock is having to balance uni with your existing priorities of work, family, and your social life. So now that we've explored what acculturation is, here are 8 tips to help make your adjustment to university a little bit easier. Tip 1 is just riding the wave. Understand and recognise that this is a period of adjustment that is normal and takes time. Allow yourself some kindness and acknowledge that while this period may be initially unpleasant, there's nothing wrong with you. Tip 2, try to make friends at uni because chances are that other students will have similar experiences to yours. Tip 3, be proactive and engage in university life. Joining clubs and participating in events will help you build those friendship connections. Tip 4 is to observe others to familiarise yourself with social norms, especially when you're new to Perth. Tip 5, explore your new environment. Familiarising yourself with the whole campus will make being at uni less daunting and strange. Tip 6, connect to your support networks back home. Regularly talking to your family and old friends can help you feel more stabilised in this new phase. Tip 7 is to prioritise your self-care by eating well, exercising and sleeping properly. Make sure that you are meeting your own needs and taking care of your mental health. Tip 8 is to reflect. You could journal or you could just have a good think in the shower about how your journey is going so far and checking in with how you feel. You know yourself best, so reflect on any emotional changes. Are your moods or emotions different or more volatile than usual? Are you noticing yourself being more sad or irritable? Also, check in with your behaviour and thoughts. Reflect on whether you're acting differently to usual or whether you're being kind to yourself through self-talk. Try to take a growth mindset, focusing on your experiences along the new journey rather than just hoping to get to an end point. The culture shock of adjusting to university can be initially stressful and unpleasant, so it's vital to give yourself time to check in with your mental health, to be kind to yourself, and allow yourself to make mistakes and to grow. While the stress of acculturation is normal, prolonged stress can lead to mental difficulties and health concerns such as depression, gut problems, and more. You may recognise that your stress is short-term and you're able to ride the wave. But if you're feeling that your stress is becoming unmanageable or prolonged, there is support available. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about how to improve or change your mindset, visit the link in the video description. Good luck in your journey adjusting to Curtin. And remember, our counselling service is here to help.